Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. I'm excited to be joining you today, 1 week after the new catalog and new online exclusive products have launched. So great to carry on the excitement and share with you. I have 3 cards that I'm going to stamp for you today. They are the cards that we did in our Lunch, Laugh, and Craft last week. And I had an extra packet, so I thought, why not share with you what we did? Now, if any of you live within driving distance, I am going to be doing another Lunch, Laugh, and Craft in July. So I've kind of been doing them every 2 months. So this one will be July the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, you can just always go to my link tree to see the latest upcoming classes. So I haven't talked about Lunch, Laugh, and Craft too much recently because people have been signing up and there hasn't really been a need to advertise it. And I always hate disappointing people if the class is full. I do it at the Swiss Chalet in Markham, and I sort of have this back area. So there's only a limited number of seats, and everybody who registers and attends gets to make 3 cards, and it's absolutely free if you place a minimum order of $30 or more at the class. Okay, and so that is the fun of that. We're going to make those cards today, but I want to make sure that you are up to speed with all the things going on in May. Okay, so I will have an announcement next week for you. So just mark your calendars. I want to tell you a bit about it now, but it's better if I wait until next week. It's a new kit that's coming, and I am so excited about it. But that's just a little teaser for you to make sure you are on my email newsletter list. My email newsletter people will hear about it first. So make sure that you're on my email newsletter list. If you're not, use the link in the description to get onto my email newsletter list, because that's kind of my first go-to when I want to let people know things, because they've signed up for my list. And so that's how I know they're interested. So make sure you do that, because there is a new kit coming that I can't wait to tell you about next week. It's extra special, extra new, very exciting. So I'll leave it at that. Other things to know happening in May, that one was just like a teaser to know. Other things to know is that, again, as I mentioned, the new catalog has released, so lots of new products. So I'm going to do a bit of a screen share with you, because there are some things I want to show you to make sure you know how to take advantage of things. So one thing that's happening in May is the amazing starter kit promotion. It's funny, on this page here, it doesn't tell you that it's special. So it says you can become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator between May 6th and 31st and choose $220 worth of products for only $135. Okay, so that makes it sound like it's normal. It's not normal. It should have big flashing lights around it. It should have like arrows pointing at it, because normally it's always a good deal to join. Normally you can choose $165 worth of product and pay $135. But just for now, until the end of May, you can choose $220 worth of product. So if you have a wish list a mile long of the things in the new catalog, now is the time to join. Okay, and it's really simple. You just you can ask me for a specific link, or you can just click right here, join Stampin' Up, and you can get started. It kind of leads you through. The other thing I want to let you know is you want to make sure that you see my face or my name in the process, because I want you to be a part of the Team Stick Stampers. We have some special things that I do just for my team that's separate from all the perks that you get as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We have creative challenges. We have chance for prizes, raffle draws, exclusive team meetups, socials, those sort of things. So you don't want to miss out. So make sure when you're doing that join process that you see my name there. And I would love to have you join. I would welcome you to join because I feel like when you join, you get extra perks you wouldn't get, and I get to know you better. They're like Team Stick's like my little Stampin' family, so I really appreciate the connection and community with our Team Stick stampers, and love connecting. So if you just want a great deal, if you want more connection, if you want a reason to create, if you want to earn a little extra money, all of those reasons are possibilities for joining. Okay, there's no reason to not join, and that's that. Okay, I may do a special information I used to call them family nights, where you'd come and hear about my journey of my story of how I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'll have raffle prizes, but I just have to pick a date and a time. It'll be held over Zoom, so anyone across Canada can join. But if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments, so I make sure to send you the invite to that special creativity night and information night. Okay, it'll be free for anyone who is not already a demonstrator and lives in Canada. I am happy to share my story, answer questions, give information, and of course share a special little crafting project with you. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you want to be invited to that. More details to follow once I firm up the date. It's always a little crazy. In fact, this it's crazy because I want it to be. I could give up being a demonstrator, but I'm totally not wanting to, because it's been such an amazing ride, and the friendships I've developed have been so meaningful. So, but this video is recorded because speaking of benefits and things I enjoy, I will be, if everything goes well, when you're watching this video, I should be on my way to the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. It is a reward available to demonstrators. All demonstrators have the opportunity to earn it, but it does take a lot of work and a lot of commitment. But just know I don't work hard to earn the trip. I work hard because I love what I do. I love sharing with others, and I just want to be able to serve you with creative happiness. And I think at a time such as this, we need that even now more than ever. So it is not very many people earn that trip, not very many demonstrators, but every demonstrator has the opportunity to earn it. So if all goes well, I should be on a plane onto a wonderful trip. I'll try and send pictures if I can. Okay, so that's one exciting thing happening in May. I also want to make sure you guys know where to find all the new products. There are new kits that I'm very excited to share with you. So let me pop on there. You can just go to stampinup.ca. You're going to want to make sure that my name is there. Any order $60 or more online, I will gift you with a special exclusive crafting tutorial that will show you how to make a really fun card. I'll show you if I remember afterwards, so that you can get the tutorial. Okay, so right here, just go to what's new, and you can see new arrivals, and all the newest products are here. Okay, so there's new papers, there's new stamp sets, there's, look, a new journaling marker, new scrapbooking supplies. If you prefer to look at like kind of the catalog rather than items like this, just scroll to the bottom and just go to digital catalog. Okay, and then you can just download the catalog right there. Okay, so that's fun. You can also go to menu, go to online exclusives as well if you already have a catalog and you want to see the new online exclusives. So one that I want to highlight is this new cute Share a Smile kit. So these and the beautiful blues, this one's really nice if you're looking for sympathy cards, thinking of you cards. I think those are lovely. It looks way better in real life. Okay, so lots to see there in the online exclusives. Okay, so I told you about that. Anything else I want to tell you? There's always lots going on. I had a great Mother's Day. Let me know what you did on the weekend. I just spent some time chilling out, relaxing with my kids, going to church, eating food, all sorts of good things. I went for a walk, so pretty relaxing and chill. which I need every now and then. I think everybody needs. Oh, and I stamped because I was making cards for the stamp camp at the end of May. So that is like showing off new product and touching and new things. And there'll be a stamping demonstration. Anyway, 8 different cards. I was very happy. That was like such a happy time. Sometimes I get busy. Are you the same? Do you sometimes get busy and you forget to create, or you want to create, but you think you should do all these other things first? Let me tell you, I give you permission to stop and create and play. Okay, so speaking of creating and playing, let's go to our tabletop here. Great. And I'm going to stamp 3 different cards for you using new product. This one was released earlier, but I kind of still think of it as new product because I haven't had as much time to play with it as I want to. And with Father's Day coming up, a masculine card, this could work as a really nice masculine card. So let's just dive into the 3 cards, but this is just a sneak peek. Now, anybody who shopped with me in the past 12 months or who is on my Team Stick Stampers has access to the VIP party where there's like 11 creative demonstrations, each showcasing a different product bundle. You don't want to miss it. So if you place an order, then you'll be entered into the group. And that group is only live until May 26th. So there's a little bit of urgency there to place your order because I don't want you to miss out. Okay. So which one should we start with? I'll start with this one first. Okay, this one was inspired by Chelsea Vorsmarty, who's a demonstrator, fellow demonstrator. And I'm going to use this. I saw her card and I thought it was so cute. I might have changed it up a tiny bit, but I just love the colors. So this is just our basic white thick cardstock. And oh, that shadow. Maybe I'll do this and see if that helps. Okay. So let me take my paper trimmer and I am going to score it at 4 1/4 inches. So that will be our card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. That will be our card base. I've already pre-embossed this with our lovely Summer Splash cardstock. And I think this one's called So Swirly. Let me see. I don't know where it is. I was going to show you if I can find it. The So Swirly. Nope. Okay. It's somewhere in here, but it's too dark and I can't see. But anyway, you can see the result of that embossing folder. At my Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, I try and do as much of the pre-cutting. Obviously, I do the designing and I try and do some of the embossing and die cutting so that you can just relax, craft, chat, and everyone orders lunch from Swiss Chalet and eats and enjoys. So let's stick that on. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And see whether we can hear that. I don't know which side I like better. Oh, so sticky sometimes when it's already, maybe I'll put it on here. Maybe that'll be better. Yeah. When it's already embossed, it kind of rubs on the paper a bit. Okay. Trying to make it straight, but even if it's not, it's okay. Okay. And then we have our Arches dies. These have been such a hot seller because they are such a nouveau shape. Like it's such a fun shape. I've seen it used in different ways. It comes in so many different sizes. Let me see whether I can show you all the different sizes it comes in. Yeah, everyday Arches. I think it might be sold out. If you want to be on the watch list, go ahead and ask. But see, there's like all these layers. I've seen people use this. You can actually create like a little, you could use it for your sentiment on one side, or I've seen people kind of put it together and make an awning. So many possibilities with these. Plus, they're just a cute shape. So that's the one we're using now, the Everyday Arches dies. 16462. I don't know. Do you guys need the number? 629. Anyway, if you type Arches in the online store in the search box, you'll find it. Okay. And then let's go ahead and stamp the sentiment. The funny thing is, after Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, I put the cards away, so I don't actually quite exactly remember what the cards look like, but I think we'll wing it. We'll be fine. Okay, so this is the stamp set that I'm using, the Sweet Jar. I love it because anything that's a punch and stamp bundle, it makes me very happy. So there's actually a punch for the cookie jar. And we are going to put that here. And I think I will stamp it in early espresso at the bottom. So I'm just going to stamp that at the bottom of the arch here. Okay, so we've got that. And then I'm going to use this extra piece, this little scrappy piece here, and I am going to, now watch this. This is super fun, okay? This is why I did this card first, because this is what we call a two-step stamp, even though we're actually stamping 3-4 times together, but it just gives such realism and depth to the card. So check this out. I'm going to use the bottom of the jar here. And then I'm going to stamp the jar. Let's make sure that we've... Okay, and then we're going to layer inside the jar. So we're going to create like a shadowy part inside the jar. So I'm using this stamp. I don't know if you can see it here. The inside of the case has all the images. Okay, and so this is kind of like the inside shadowy part. So let me do that. But I'm not going to use early espresso. I'm going to use a lighter color. I am going to use crumb cake. Okay, so it's just a little lighter here. And I'm just going to try to line this up. Sorry if you see my head. I'm just trying to line it up here. Oh, I think I didn't get it perfect, but that's okay. Okay, so that fills in the inside of the jar. I'll put the crumb cake away. It's kind of magical to me. And then there's these pieces, which you'll see are going to layer very nicely on top. And I am going to use the pecan pie. Okay. Making sure I've got good coverage there. And this is why it's called two-step stamping, because you're kind of putting it on top. Okay, awesome. Okay, what is this? You know what it needs? It needs little chocolate chips. Wouldn't it be great if the set had little chocolate chips, which it does, but you might not know that if I didn't show you, because you'd be like, what are these little dots? They look like little bugs or something. So let me show you. Put this away. I think it's like magical. It's so fun. Okay. And this will layer on top with our early espresso. And it will be crumb cake. Hang on. Okay, it's just chocolate chips. It's okay if it's not perfect. I'm just trying to see. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that so fun? Okay, so we've done that, and we can punch it out with our coordinating punch. How awesome is that? Okay. Oh, I should have kept my little scrap because I need to still do the top of the jar. Let me see. Where did I put my little scrap here? Here. Okay, because there's actually a lid to the jar. Let's grab that. Hopefully it didn't get lost here. Here it is. Okay. And there's a little lid. We can do it whatever color we want, but I'm going to do the early espresso. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that super cute? Super cute. So we are going to put it onto our little, I love it when the stamp set has images and words because it goes perfectly. This is a bunch of cookies, miss you bunches. Before I stick it on, I'm going to add a little bit of interest to the card. I'm going to take my blending brush here. There we go. And a little bit of the Summer Splash. Okay, there's already some on it here. I am going to add some color on the back of this arch. Okay, so it's almost like a little reflection in the glass too, right? I can add a little bit on here. Okay, so it kind of like a glassy kind of look there, or a reflection popping off the glass, and then it helps tie it into our card. And then I will pop this up with some dimensionals. Let me get my mini dimensionals and my regular size dimensionals out here. We can put the regular size on here. And whoops, get some mini dimensionals. It's good to have all sizes of dimensionals so that you're ready. There we go. Oops. Let me see. Trying to make it straight just means I end up not being straight. So cute, right? Okay, and then we'll adhere that on here. This is the peach pie, one of our in colors. So cute. And we'll put that down. Maybe I'll use dimensionals for that. Pop it up a bit. I have so many of these backings on the ground. Okay, what do you think of this card? We're not done yet. We're going to take a little bit of our linen thread and we'll tie a little knot and just add a little texture to the card. What do you guys think? How cute is that? There we go. Okay, card number 1. So if I haven't gotten you excited about this, I don't know what else I can do. If you haven't bought it yet, don't wait whenever there's things that catch your eye because you want to nab it. Well, you can. I know this is a popular one. There's been so many samples on the internet with this one, the Sweet Jar Bundle. And you can never go wrong with a coordinating punch. So fun. Okay, let me clean this up and then we're going to do card number 2. So it's kind of epic this week, just because I know we're still in the early days of the new catalog. And especially for those of you who weren't in the VIP party, I want to make sure to give you a little bit of excitement. Oh, I know. I remember. I wanted to show you my thank you gift for those of you that shop online and your order's at least $60. You're going to get a tutorial to make this very cute. It's like a kimono card. Okay, so doesn't this look like a cute little kimono? Okay, so I'll give you all the cutting measurements, all the scoring measurements to be able to create this card. The belly band actually comes off and it opens up. Okay, but you don't need to take the belly band off to write the message. But yeah, thank you to, I think it was Barb Forrest who gave me a card. And I was like, wow, this is so amazing. And so right away, I figured out how to do it. My VIP club members who are my paper, basically those are people who are my Paper Pumpkin subscribers or my surprise package subscribers, get this tutorial already. But I'd like to offer it to those of you who place an online order $60 or more to also, I'd also give you the tutorial as well as a thank you gift. Okay, so you're going to want to do that ASAP. Okay, so let's see. And I haven't decided yet. I'm recording this video, but by the time you watch it, I should be on a plane. I may do, I don't know. I might throw in something a little special for those of you who shop this week while I am away on vacation. I'm looking forward to a little vacation. So anyway, that's another reason why you shouldn't wait. Get online and browse all the new things and don't miss out. So put the Sweet Jar on your list if it's not on your list already. And don't forget, if there's lots of things on your list, or if you just want to be part of a cool little community, make sure to get the starter kit and join my team. That is really the best deal of all. And I've heard people say, which I believe is absolutely true, that the starter kit is just the beginning. It's the key that unlocks the treasure because we've got exclusive events coming up, so many things. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, because it's using this beautiful paper. I think it's called Beautiful Gallery. Oh, this seems to be missing a little gem. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so Beautiful Gallery. Let me show you quickly a screenshot of the suite. This is a mega suite, and it was one of the first that I purchased. You can go here. You can look at suites. Okay, so it lists kind of all the different suites. So this one is Beautiful Gallery. Okay, so is it going to show you? Yeah, so you can kind of see just the number of things in this suite. Okay, there's an embossing folder, there's ribbon, there's DSP, there's 2 stamp sets, there's gems, dies. Okay, so that gives you an idea, but I love this suite. Okay, so let's create with this one. I like giving pre-cutting things for lunch, laugh, and craft, because then we can focus more on the chatting and socializing. Okay, let me score this at 4 1/4, or if you have a bone folder, you can just fold it there in half. Okay. So this has a little more of a vintage look, whereas I think this one's a little more whimsical and fun with the cookies. This one's a little more vintage. We're going to I'm using the new Damask embossing folder. Isn't that gorgeous and detailed? Love it. So we'll Okay, and then this is some of the designer series paper. I'm going to show you, if I can, a few of the other designs if you haven't had a chance to see them. This would also be great for like memory books if you're doing some, like, but look at the scenery on that. Like those classic colors, a little bit weathered. It really gives a really interesting look. I think this would be great for, look at that. Okay, of course they're double-sided, so you can kind of see the two sides. My Stamp Camp attendees are going to get some of this paper as part of their goodie bag. That's part of the fun of Stamp Camp. Okay, so I have cut this piece at 4 inches by 2¼ inches. Okay, and we're going to put that on there and there. So it's like we're framing the scene. So let's do that. It's always hard, a little bit sad when you have to cover up the other side of the designer series paper. Okay, so I've got the scenery in there, our lovely boats, and I'm just framing it. And this is with the die from that suite. That one die cuts out 3 things. There's like an outer portion, an inner portion, and kind of a solid piece in the middle, which you can use for something else. Okay, there we go. I could have centered that a bit better, but oh well. Carry on. And then that mega suite has 2 stamp sets in it. This is one of them. It's called Beautiful Motifs. So I'm going to put this little hello there. And this is the die cut from Stylish Shapes. If you've ever watched me, you'll know Stylish Shapes is, you can't live without it. So I actually have 2 sets because when I'm prepping for classes, it makes it go faster because I use those dies so much. Oh, I changed it to just a note. Anyway, we could have done hello. I think just a note will fit, barely. And I am going to use Lost Lagoon, I think. I don't know if that's the color I actually used on the card at Lunch, Laugh, and Craft, but it is such a great color. It works with the paper really nicely. I think it is the color that I used. And then I will just do the just a note. There we go. Okay, it fits on that little banner from Stylish Shapes perfectly. Okay, all these names that I'm saying, if you're interested in purchasing it, you just go to the online store and you put it in the search box. I'm not going to give you the item numbers. If I had more time in my life, I would make a little shopping cart for you. Or not a shopping cart, but like a link that I can put all the items I used on the card, but I'm sorry. Oh, wait, hold up. I wanted to do a little, kind of a little texture with the twine here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it underneath these dimensionals. I forgot I had all this fun stuff going on this card to add some texture. Because I think that's what makes it really stand out. You know, these little embellishments, these little pieces. And tell me in the comments, are you more of like a cutesy whimsical, like the little cookies? Or are you more of like vintage classic, like this one? Or depends on your mood. If you're like me, it kind of depends on your mood or what occasion you need to create for. Okay, so there you go. See, I just swirled a little bit of the linen thread and put it behind. Okay, I think it just adds a little interest. And then this is one of the die cuts from the Gallery Bloom suite. I cut it out using pecan pie. Put a little bit more adhesive on the back. I'll stick that Okay, just to add a little more interest. And then, then we'll put our dimensionals on. Of course, by now all the sticky's gone from the back because I've put it on, take it off. But no one sees the back anyway. Ta-da! And then that suite has these very heavy metallic sort of gems. You can't see in the camera, but there's actually a flower etched into the metal. Okay, so I'm just adding that as an embellishment piece on the card. Okay, that's card number 2. So another new product that you can add to your wish list. What are your must-haves off of these cards so far? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. Is it the punch? Is it the bundle? Is it the Arches dies? What are the things that are your must-haves? Go ahead and tell me in the comments, and then we're going to do card number 3, which I think would work really well for any masculine cards. If you're anything like me, sometimes you struggle a bit with masculine cards because they're not the first go-to that I necessarily do. But this bundle makes it really easy. The next one I'm going to show you. Let me just tidy up, because if I don't tidy up 100%, I'm going to get myself all befuddled here. Okay. Okay. Let's get our last card. This is the Textured Notes stamp set. There are some amazing dies. I am actually using it on this card here. It's a classic shape. It's the lovely rectangle dies, but they're not called rectangle dies. They are called the Textured Note dies because they can be purchased as a bundle with this stamp set. And when you purchase it together, you save 10%, so I do recommend it. Okay. Oh, one die is missing. Oh, it's hiding here. There it is. Okay, this is the one that I used because it coordinates really nicely with that sentiment there. But each frame has a different sort of outline, different border, which is really fun. Okay, so that is great. That might be, I don't know, this was a very popular one too. The dies are very popular. Okay, so let's see what I remember what this card looks like. This one I cut the base at 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. Okay, so this will open more like a tent style. So you can just fold it in half. Or of course you can score it at 5 1/2. I'm just showing you for those of you that don't have our paper trimmer with the scoring tool. You can just use our bone folder just to kind of push down and get a crisp fold there. Okay, and then we've got these layers. Okay, this layer is, I believe, 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And then this is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll stick this pecan pie layer on. Pecan pie is one of our newer colors, so if you haven't been using it or added it to your collection yet, make sure to do so. It's, as you can tell, I've already used it. Actually, it's been used on all 3 cards so far. Not intentionally, but just, okay. And then I'm going to take this layer here. Sorry, I'm trying to still show you these cards, but you've seen these cards, so let's take them away. And then I'll have more space on my table here. Okay. I am going to use this stamp set. I would say, see how the artwork is? That's really how the stamp stamps. It's so awesome. I'm going to use this one. Let's see whether will it fit on here. That's a little bit. Let's do it on here. Okay, so we've got this one, sort of a foliage one, but you can see the artwork. It works like that on the stamp, where some are darker, some are lighter. Okay, and then we have this one. Okay, again, some are darker, some are lighter. That gives it a really nice, realistic look. Okay, let's start with that. Let's see if I remember. We're going to do because I don't have the sample here. Let's do pecan pie. And this is a fun technique called repetition stamping. Each time you stamp, the image will get a little lighter. So I'm going to do it twice here. Can't remember what the card looks like, so I don't know. We'll just have to kind of see here. So that's the first generation, and then I'm doing another one kind of, I don't know, down here. Okay, see that? So with one ink pad, you can get multiple colors. You can see some are darker, some are lighter. It's so nice. And then we're going to use one of the new in colors, Secret C. Secret C. Okay, and then I'm going to do one here and then a lighter one maybe here. Okay, it doesn't really matter with foliage. You can just do whatever. If you don't like it, that's okay. Just add more flowers. No harm. Okay, and then this suite also has an embossing folder that you can get. It's the mini corrugated embossing folder. So we'll just put that at the bottom here. Okay, I don't know if this is exactly how the card looked like. Okay, I think it was something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, I can't remember. Oh, this is with tricky. I should have used liquid glue with all this corrugation happening. Okay. Let me put this right down here. Oh, okay. I feel like this is a bit long, so we're just going to trim off the edge with our scissors so that it matches. There we go. We'll stamp our sentiment. We'll put it on there. Okay, let's grab our sentiment. Where's our stamp set? Oh, here. You are seriously the best. And I'm going to use the Secret C, I think. I mean, it's hard to pick favorites with the new in colors, right? But Secret C is right up there, I think, for inks, because it's, not completely black, but it's not as bluish as Night of Navy. So let's see, do I have it? Yeah. Go. You are seriously the best. Okay, so we'll adhere this down. There we go. And if we want to add a little embellishment, there are coordinating neutral colored embellishments that go perfectly. So we'll pop those on either side. And there we go. That's card number 3. Okay, so these were the cards that we made at my Lunch, Laugh, and Craft last week, but I know not everybody was able to attend, and I still wanted to give you a taste of some of the newer products, and so that you can see how they work together to create something pretty. We all need a little bit of pretty in our lives, don't we? Okay, I hope you're enjoying today. I hope you enjoyed um, the cards, and I hope it inspires you to dive into your stash and start creating. And oops. And I hope it inspires you to take advantage of all the new things that are available, my special shopping offer. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Don't be afraid to reach out if you need any help with placing your order. I know we have the new rewards program on now, which is actually another excellent reason to shop, because you get 10% of whatever your order is. You get that 10% as a credit for future orders. Okay, so you can save up all your credits and get something big, or you can um, use it right away on the next order. It's totally up to you. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'm happy to help, and I hope you feel a little bit inspired today and enjoyed the color and creativity. Thanks for joining me. Bye.